Merhaba arkadaşlar.
Revelio.
Şimdi bir pazara gidelim abi. İksirimizi falan alalım. Bol bol iksir alalım ki hani savaşırken
What are you up to now?
bizi zorlamasın iksirsiz.
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Yapma be. Güzel zaman geçirelim bakalım.
I hope to see you again. For now. Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
Expelliarmus.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
Koş koş koş.
A centaur.
Oo.
Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Revelio. Confringo. Defender.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
Suyum o.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land. Confringo!
Oh, you're there. You just got lucky.
Defender! Expelliarmus!
Was that meant to be
Protego!
Levioso! Would you like me to put you down?
Confringo!
Don't go down easy.
Incendio! How does that?
Levioso!
You will pay for that.
Defender!
You'll need to be quicker than that.
Protego!
Here's 10. Not so tough
Defender.
now, are ya?
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic.
Reparo.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted. Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bathroom. Don't tell us. Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks will be out from under wizarding boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done. Well, stop right there!
Arresto momentum.
Depulso!
Oh, get
What I wouldn't give to be a demiguise right now.
too quiet, if you ask me.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? That's it. Like it's the word. Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Aloha Mora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Careful! Think you'll get it out here. Dog cruise.
Gelin lan buraya.
Expelliarmus!
Someone been taken out, love?
Accio! Accio!
Levioso! Levioso!
Protego!
You'll have to fight it.
Levioso!
Kava çevirdim.
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you,
gel.
friend?
Accio!
Back to the dirt.
Protego! Bombarda!
Let's get this out of the way.
See how you like this?
Avoiding our problems.
Rather up.
You like to torture dragons, do you?
Protego!
No one takes one of my own and lives for that. You for the coward.
Let's see you survive that heat.
If it doesn't look as good for you.
Levioso!
Overgrown weed.
What have you... Shall we finish what we started? The lamb returns to the wolf.
Protego!
Had enough.
What sort of person? Oh, she's gone! Expelliarmus!
Protego!
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio! This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Ne yapacaksın ya?
Incendio!
Bizi de götürseydik.
This way!
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Bu da bize kaldı böyle.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Bu hocayı nerede bulacağımızı zaten biliyoruz. Yani bizi burada duruyor. Aa, değilmiş, hayret.
Revelio. Bombarda. Incendio. Revelio. So this is the underground harbour. Revelio.
Umarım iyi XP verirsiniz. Level up. Kolay gelsin Dobby. Nereye
That
kaçtın ya?
book Professor Weasley asked me to find.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfer.
Revelio.
My mother would like to speak with me.
Accio.
Up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is
Ablacığım
trivial.
uğraştırma işte, öğretmenim biri
Hence,
ya. Ne
I have
uğraştırıyor?
created a small quiz,
Allah Allah.
just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snuggery.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget. The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The Allihotzi draft.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally
Revelio.
tell who.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration. You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Yes, the transformation spell. But first, I'd like you to carry out a couple of tasks which will help you to complete your field guide. Attend my transfiguration class once you've done them, and we can begin the lesson.
Revelio.
Bilmiyorum.
beautiful.
Goodness.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Hadi bakalım öğrenelim. Dönüşüm büyütü. Ben de bize başka bir görev verecek, onu da yaptıracak sandım ki. Zaman ileri alıp böyle görev yanlış şey yaptırıyorum.
Beautifully done.
Büyüyü öyle öğretiyorum.
Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Oo, güzel okulumuz.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you haven't been taking full advantage of the opportunities presented by your field guide. I'd advise you not to squander such a resource. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I'm fascinated by ghosts and food, and I was interested in learning more about the castle and the surrounding area.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Nasıl oldunuz derken?
If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Ha, dönüşüm büyüsü neredeydi şu?
Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Bir level alamadık be. Annemin sözü. Ha dur bir ejderhanın peşine bırakmayacağım abi. Ejderhayı.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about
bir görev var. Bakalım onun ne görev veriyor. 22 level mi? Yapma be. Nasıl yani? Hadi buyur.
Bombarder. Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Bir dakika. Yok da değil mi? Bu özelliği aslında eklemezsem de olabilir ya. Final boss'ta falan eklerim belki. Çünkü hani level atladıkça üstümüzü hep değiştirmek zorunda kalacağız. Yani yüksek levelli elbiseler alacağımız için. daha da güçleneceğiz.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there. And bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Bakalım. Bugün bir level. Bunu oluruz abi. Ama öncelikle ejderha neredeydi? Bunu yapmamız lazım.
Mentioning something about gobbledygook?
Işınlanan bir dakika harita. Buradan oraya geçeriz hızlıca.
Wonder if I'm safe to explore in there.
You'd think knowing spells.
We'll talk about it.
Where they go.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Revelio!
Sana bir XP verirdi be.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
İsmi bir insan ben. Bir bakalım.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time. Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that, Deke has had a thought. He...
Vay. Burası nereye gidiyor? Bir odadan neler çıkıyor?
Oh, seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
I understand. Leave it to me, Deke. I'll find Tobbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
Hadi bununla gidelim.
Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Bana başka ne görev çıktı? Oo, imperiyo. Bunu da yaparız abi. Bundan sonra bunu yaparız. O büyüleri öğrendik zaten. Lanetli büyünün birini de öğrendik. Diğeri kaldı. Önce büyü.
This must be Tobbs's cave. I suppose I should head inside. Potato!
Hadi be. Nereye dolalım abi?
Revelio.
Buraya bunu koyalım.
Incendio. Revelio. Tobbs's master is awful. Tobbs? Tobbs? Deke sent me. Are you in here? Incendio. Potato. Expelliarmus. Crucial. Incendio. Revelio. It looks as if Tobbs was here some time ago. He must have headed deeper into the cave. Incendio! Protego!
I have some promising...
Incendio!
Dragon friend, where to return her, you know what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogwarts.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Protego! Incendio! Incendio! Incendio! Protego! Cursed fiends. Revelio. Protego. Crucio. That didn't sound particularly reassuring. Incendio!
Var, oraya kadar da çıkabiliyor.
Incendio.
Bir dakika abi.
Window. Protect. Crucio. Incendio. Protego. Defender. Protego. Incendio. Incendio.
Sen nereden çıktın lan? Ha, bu kadar da etki veriyorsun ya.
Revelio. Defendo. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Oh no. I have a feeling that house elf is Tobbs. Poor Tobbs. Left here alone with the spiders. Defender! That table looks familiar. Seems I'm back at the entrance to the cave. I'm back from the cave, Deke.
Wonderful. Deke hopes you gave Deke's best to Tobbs.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Deke, but Tobbs is gone. It seems he was unable to avoid the spiders in the end.
Oh my. Deke was afraid of this, alone in that cave for so long. Oh, poor Tobbs. Deke and Tobbs once shared the same master. When he died, we were separated. Deke always wished Tobbs had been sent to Hogwarts too. Deke feels lucky to serve such kind witches and wizards like you. Deke will miss his friend dearly, and will raise a glass to him with a heavy heart.
I'm truly sorry about your friend, Deke.
Thank you. You are very kind. Deke could use some time alone to think, if that's all right.
Hadi de ver artık ya. Hadi. Hadi ruh at.
Spare a
Bu
moment.
bölümün de sonuna
Deke
geldik
has an
arkadaşlar.
idea to share with you.
Görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.